We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson. The Brown Bomber. The gentleman of boxing, Floyd Patterson. One of the best to ever do it in the heavyweight division.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and iconic longtime world champion who defended his title for a record of 12 years, introducing a heavyweight champion of the...
So much hype. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. You can't make a mistake. Joe Louis in trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Ring Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Good counter punch. They missed with the jab. Those counter punches have to hurt. No rest for the weary. The counterfire relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Defense is not an option for these two. The jab doesn't quite connect. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, something.
And there's the bell to start round 2. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's always on their toes, trying to get their opponent rattled, get them off kilter, get them out of their rhythm.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Exchange punches. Punch, counter punch. When you're facing a longer opponent like this, you've got to get inside.
You cannot beat a good old-fashioned long jab. Nobody can get past that.
Nice counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get...
Let's get it started in round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. The courage on display here is incredible. Jab misses. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will...
And that'll do it. Patterson goes down. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four. You still want to fight?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
He's up, but for how long? Look at him. On the heels. Look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. And he's out of there.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. This next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed. On to the fourth we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter shot. Oh, that got Patterson off kilter. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up, they've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. That jab, not. Oh my goodness! I want to see that one more time.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
This fighter has been down twice. They've back into the fray here in round 5. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible. because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter punch. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I go in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Do you believe what we are seeing? One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently? There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to go out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to cut you off.
But at what cost? These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. That punch lands. Both men step back for just a moment. How about that? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Oh, and Patterson's dazed. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance. There's the bell to start round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Throws the jab, but does not score. There's a counter shot. want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
He threw a punch and just got countered. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's see how the corner handles their fighter here after being dropped twice. Round 8, and we're off again. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Well done with that counter shot. Which fighter will say no mas? They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Missing with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Is he going to punch himself out, though? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That's it, a unanimous decision win.
Unanimous.